Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special video for you. It is the spooky season, so I decided why not talk about one of my favorite things, movies. One would think I should have talked about some movies before this time. I'm Miss Jenny, and today I'm going to be talking about my top choices for spooky season movie watching. Some of these you might think everybody says to watch these, and a couple other ones you might think, are these even Halloween movies at all? But yes, they're spooky enough for me, they're spooky enough for you, and you should watch these. Let's start off easy. Hocus Pocus. You've seen it, right? Of course you have. This is an iconic three-witch movie. It's beautiful. It stars this amazing cast. Everyone knows everything about this movie. I'm not going to go very much into this movie because you should have already seen it. If you haven't, watch it now. Are you done? Good. Wasn't it good? So good. One of the greatest things about this movie is Doug Jones is in this movie. He plays Billy, the zombie boyfriend, and he does such iconic roles, from Pan's Labyrinth to this to now on the new Star Trek Discovery. He's all over the place. I fell in love with him first watching this, but I didn't know it at the time. I only found out retrospectively when I was watching The Guild, and he's just great. Everybody should watch this and pay close attention to Doug Jones. Underrated. He's amazing. Scream. This movie came out at a time when I was in camp, so fun fact, this movie came out during the summer. It doesn't really feel like a summer blockbuster movie, but it is. This actually spawned so many sequels and so many parodies and so many all sorts of things. Looking back at the cast, it was full of people who were just up and coming. Everyone forgets that Rose McGowan is in this movie, and I have a thing for her, and I love her so much. If you guys haven't watched Scream, which apparently it's an older movie now, so some of you have not seen it, let me sum up. There's a killer. He wears a screaming mask, and he kills people. That's pretty much it. It came out at a time where not everyone had cell phones, but the killer's trademark was he would call his victims, and he would mess with them and play games with them and use a voice changer so you didn't know who he was. If you fail, you die. If he's just messing with you, you could also die. If you're just around in the vicinity, you could die. There are your standard cliche characters. You have the blonde girl, you have the brave girl who makes it through the end, you have your nerdy cliche boy who knows all about horror movies and knows all the tropes and all of those things, and then you have the pretty boy, and then you also have the comic relief side characters, such as Matthew Lillard and such. This movie really skirts the line on being a thriller and with having like a dark comedy tone to it. The way that it's filmed, the way that it's acted, has this amazing sense of chemistry with the cast. So there are definitely some lines in there that are very quotable. I don't even know how many times I've said liver alone in my life, probably way too many times. But it's such a classic film. I mean, if you just watch it. Just watch it. Okay, okay, okay. So, up next is a movie that did not get very good reviews at all. But I love this movie. This is one of those, it's teeters. It teeters on it's so bad it's good. But I actually genuinely love this movie. I would give it two toe thumbs up, and it is Jennifer's Body. So Jennifer's Body stars Megan Fox and Amanda Seyfried. I don't know. She's a Mamma Mia, that girl. She's a Mean Girls, that girl. She's that girl and that girl. It's the weirdest setup to a succubus movie ever. Jennifer was not always a succubus, but she became one because a band wanted to become famous, so they did a satanic ritual on her because they thought she was a virgin, and it didn't work out very well at all for anyone. For anyone. I can't handle a ton of horror, 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 horror. My body freaks out. I go into panic mode. So I need that little bit of humor to kind of like sprinkle on top of my horror movies. So I think one of the funniest things is a band thinks that this song that they wrote, it's called Through the Trees, is like the best thing since sliced bread. And it's one of those really cheesy of the time songs, you know, the early aughts. But the thing is, they play it so much, and it actually is a really good song. It will like get in your head, and you will find yourself singing Through the Trees by the end of this movie. So good luck with that. But this movie is really good. If you've seen this movie, let me know. I'm going to talk about two more movies. Two more movies, and you're gonna say a thing about them right away. I can feel it because I don't have these on DVD, and I don't have them on Blu-ray. This, children, is a VHS. This is what used to happen before DVDs took over the world. It came in a box like this, and then it slipped out like this. This is a video cassette. Okay? Now that that's over with, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. This next movie is called Idle Hands. Idle Hands. This is actually a hilarious horror movie. The cast is phenomenal. It stars Devon Sawa. It stars Seth Green and that guy who plays Foggy in Daredevil, who I've been in love with him since he was in She's All That. What's his name? Eldon Henson. Ooh, fun fact, he was also in the Mighty Ducks movies. He was one of like the brothers, the like Bruiser brothers, the brothers, Punch'em brothers, the Bash brothers. Is that what they were? Anyway, let me tell you about this movie. There is an evil spirit demon thing that possesses hands. That's it. I'm kidding, that's not it. Okay. It possesses the hand of the laziest person ever and then goes on a murder rampage. So, one of the characters finds out that he's been the murderer from the beginning because his hand is possessed. He then kills his two best friends against his will. And because they all are awful humans and huge stoners, the two that die don't really die. They become undead and like hang out because the walk to heaven towards the light was too long. They were playing Enya. I don't want to go there. So they come and they hang out. So the whole time they have to try and figure out how are they going to get rid of the killer in the hand. And the plot moves forward and more people die. And it's really wonderful. There is a cameo by Offspring in this as well. And I think it's Jessica Alba is in this as well as the female interest, if you will. Yeah, this is a fun romp. Definitely feels like Halloween because it takes place at Halloween and there's a Halloween bash and there's lots of fun kills and comedy. So you should watch this. If you want to watch it on VHS, I can hook you up. Obviously. Okay. I have one more movie to talk about, and this is the movie that everybody asks me why I associate it with Halloween. I don't know. I have no idea. It doesn't take place at Halloween. There's no costume party. There's nothing. It just has a murder in it. So for some reason, I watch this every October. So remember when I said I had a thing for Rose McGowan? Well, this is the movie that kind of got me into her. It's Jawbreaker. Jawbreaker is a mixture of like Heathers and Mean Girls and that whole teen mean girl drama like comedy thing going on. It's one of my favorite movies. I just can consume this movie. Its sugary sweet death scene is excellent. Right off the bat, it starts with a bang, and these three girls kidnap their best friend on her birthday because apparently that's what you do to your best friends on their birthday. You throw them in the trunk of your car and you drive to the IHOP or the Denny's or wherever and you make them eat pancakes. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is. So, as an extra joke to the kidnapping, one of the characters puts a jawbreaker the size of my fist in the girl's mouth and tapes her mouth shut. When they arrive at the Pancake Palace, they find her dead in the trunk. Delicious. So they put her back in bed and they stage a crime scene, and a nice, not well known, not well liked girl from school comes wandering in and finds them. So now she knows their secret. So what they do, because they're the most popular girls in school, they talk her into not telling anyone. And they're going to give her this phenomenal makeover. And they do so well, nobody can even recognize her. And they rename her Violet because her old name was Fern Mayo. Her name was Plant Mayonnaise. Why? But now she's Violet. She's better. But the one leader of the group is kind of evil. She schemes and she plots and she is manipulative and she's powerful. but she is so awesome to watch. She's so like magnetized. Like I can just watch this movie on a loop just to watch Rose McGowan play this role. And I think one of the most interesting things is she's still very powerful around these other excellent actresses that are taller than her and more physically intimidating than her, and she holds her own, and she kind of like roughs the Cracker Barrel out of them, you know? She's just a wonderful villain. Beautiful, wonderful. So, though, you just watch that. Those are my picks for my conventional, non-conventional picks. All these, well, these here. For my October movies, let's watch these kind of things. If I had to pick a couple others, just to throw in there, like if you're looking for something that's really kind of messed up, and more on the horror thriller, just messed up side, I would suggest two foreign films. One, Suicide Club. All of a sudden, there's just suicides all over the place. Just suicides all over the place. All over the place. There's a huge suicide pact with a bunch of people holding hands, and they jump in front of a train. That pretty much starts the movie. And it's all about the detective who's trying to figure out why everyone is killing themselves. And there is some crazy reasons why everyone is killing themselves in this movie, and it's completely not what you thought. And if you're into like K-pop right now, maybe you should give this a little watch and figure out why maybe not a good idea. The other foreign film is this movie called Strange Circus. I mentioned this to my friend one day, and I joked. I was like, "Oh, we should watch Strange Circus. It's kind of messed up." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And then we started watching it, and she just is just like, "What is wrong with you? Why do you own this movie?" This movie is not for the kind, like, faint of heart. This movie is hard R. If there's worse, like NC-17, there's lots of violence in this, and there's lots of distorted images, and the whole entire plot is twisted, and there's a twist ending. It is crazy. If you want something twisted, watch this. So that ended up being 8 videos? 7, 8, I don't know. However many videos that was, that ended up being that. So shablam. Thank you. I'm gonna go. Thanks for taking the time out on this beautiful Halloween to come with me along this journey talking about movies very badly. You're welcome. It's about time I talk about something, I guess. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I've been Miss Jenny. Bye.